trunk and a bitch door when it land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On 1st down, Erickson buying time to his left. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A toss to Murray. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Murray. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Denzel Perryman. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now 2 picks thrown by the rookie here on the road in this one in hostile territory.
And you know the discussion all week, any week, is take care of the football. But it's especially important on the road. And now now he's made his team's task that much more difficult with these interceptions.
Yeah, a pair of first-half picks. We'll see how he bounces back later. Right now, their defense needs to respond. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They go back to Gordon here on first down. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw on 2nd down, Erickson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen, the intended receiver. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, Scott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Set. B-19.
They're going to try and throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Thomas. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Looking to throw. Erickson over the middle. And it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, this is Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On the ground, this is Kamara. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Erickson, flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Gordon, and he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. On the ground with a tight end, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Virgil Green, as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to slither by. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st and 10, Erickson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Here we go now. Green 30.
Operating from the gun, Erickson. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part was to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a second down one for Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on first down, Erickson. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 22. On first down, Erickson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
First down, Murray. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Lee. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Lucky 56.
to throw now on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And another juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there by Gordon. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off-play action. Erickson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Erickson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. He has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, the good one goes.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Good!
They're going to look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And got his man complete. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Chargers. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. But
there goes Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll running right through it. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him a gain of 38. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Erickson. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Their mobile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Erickson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Erickson forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Steps away to his left. And it's complete. Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Escaping the pressure right. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Dances by at the 20. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before.